How do you present? If you're always prepared, you never have to get ready. The ultimate sign of maturity is to be able to hold yourself accountable and take full responsibility for the situation you are in. Not to blame others and continue to move forward. When it comes to sitting in front of a customer with a presenter, I always refer to it as an information pack. The psychological part of this is it helps people not feel like they are being sold to as much as they would if they felt like they were being presented to. If you can't answer a question asked about the site license agreement, that's fine. If you can't answer a question about every activity that's on the park and what time including prices, that's fine too. But if you can't answer the most basic and important information in depth like site fees, age limit of the license and letting agreement that you have to give within your presentation which shows your capability and competence as a salesperson, you are not serving yourself, the customer or your company correctly. I remember the first presenter I ever laid my hands on, and I remember taking it home to practice on my girlfriend and her dad. I knew I needed to be able to read it out upside down, back to front and as confidently as I possibly could. I was 19 years old and had to prove my competence and capability in order to help the customer correctly. Also to start building trust with the customers and that I am the right person to help them with owning a holiday home. Here are my 6 top tips when it comes to delivering a great presentation. 1. Always make sure the main people who need to be reading this information are sitting in front of you together. No table tennis with your head can be happening. Moving people around before you start so they are in the right seats is a great way to gain some friendly control of the situation. 2. Explain this is going to be quick and that you will be out in the park showing them everything in the flesh very soon. A sat-down presentation should only be 20 to 30 minutes max in most cases. The whole process usually takes 2.5 to 3 hours. You don't want to be bored with pictures when you can physically show them. 3. This one very important and will need practice. Pull the presenter back and forth so there are times you can gain eye contact and just clarify what you have or are explaining. Here is an example. So you have 10 owner passes to allocate. Now move the presenter closer to you so they can't really read it. Sit back and explain the points eye to eye without them having to read words. Trust me when I say this is a game changer in creating a better relationship with them. 4. Never make up answers. Always say, I don't know that one, but let me get the answer for you right now, and go and get it. If you make it up, they will know. 5. Before telling them the site fee figure, explain how this allows your holiday home to sit on this pitch with the space that opens to your left for 46 weeks of the year with an indefinite age limit. You and your family can come and go as you please. 24-hour security. Full access to all the facilities. We do all the grass cutting and park landscaping. You just come and enjoy the holidays and how they can be paid. Give them the site fee cost and then explain other costs on top thoroughly. Then comes the big question of how you feel about those costs. And say nothing for as long as possible. Let them share with you all the thoughts on their minds that they have to this point. Listen and answer accordingly. 6. Briefly touch on the different price ranges of holiday homes that you will point out on the park when passing, and don't feel like you need to tie them down to any figures before saying, "Shall we have a look around then?" In the next video, I explain the best route to take on a park tour.